Okay, so I think The Last Airbender should be burned in a fire. I loved The Visit. I thought Split was okay. I hated Old. Do you see a pattern here? When it comes to what I'll say modern M. Night Shyamalan, it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. You never know what you're going to get. So what did I think of his new flick, Knock at the Cabin? Let's find out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. Gerald here with you for another spoiler-free movie review, this time for M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. While vacationing at a remote cabin, a young girl and her parents are taken hostage by four armed strangers who demand that the family make the unthinkable choice to avert the apocalypse. With limited access to the outside world, the family must decide what they believe before all is lost. Okay, so to keep it simple up top, I like the movie. I'm also going to use a bunch of cliches to get this review started. Yes, I think it is fair to say that Shyamalan has returned to form here. I think it is fair to say that he has gone back to basics. What was particularly great about this film is that Shyamalan did not try too much to mess with our minds this time, but instead he opted for a visually stunning and wholly captivating story. The technical achievements for Knock at the Cabin are possibly some of the best of any Shyamalan picture to date. He does very interesting and frankly out of character things with the camera here. The score is terrifying. The imagery and the overall tone of the film is brilliantly towing the line between playful and horrifying. And to speak to the performances in the film, I will just say that they were all standouts in their own way. But of course the anchor here is Dave Bautista's Leonard. In reference to the ensemble, it is so crazy to me that Shyamalan was able to solicit such memorable performances from essentially everyone involved. I'm not sure how 4 to 5 people can be scene stealers when they're all in the same scene together, but that's really what happened here on more than one occasion. Not only does Bautista continue to wow me while also seemingly trying to prove himself to the industry, but I also love the nuanced acting put in here by Rupert Grint of Harry Potter fame, Jonathan Goff and Ben Aldridge as our happy couple, Nikki Umika Bird, who recently worked with Shyamalan in 2021's Old, as our tortured mother figure Sabrina, and even our little girl child actress here, Kristen Cui, comes across as genuine and flawlessly carries her own, so I was very surprised to find out that this was her first feature film. If I were to point out a weak spot in the movie, it would most likely go towards the screenplay. I realize that this movie is based on a book, but I have not read the book, nor did I even know that prior to seeing the film, so I'm merely basing it on what we see in the movie and the dialogue that's given to us here. At times, Shyamalan's writing, it just seems a bit wordy, and I just don't know that these characters in this home invasion setting would be talking to each other as if they were a bunch of Aaron Sorkins. That small critique aside, I will say that the imagery that Shyamalan employs here is breathtaking. I love the flashback sequences that we get, which shows our happy couple's history and how they got together and how their family came together, which is the family that we are now trapped in this cabin with, who we are holding our breath for, and who we are hoping for their escape throughout the duration of the film, literally on the edge of our seats. I think Shyamalan as a filmmaker now has certain devices that will pretty much always show up in his movies. Flashbacks to get us to connect to the characters and their development, and also putting children in danger. And he does both of those things in this movie to great effect. Also, without giving anything away, I really like some of the visual effects in the last act of the film that spoke to the apocalyptic setting of the movie. So, Shyamalan stays true to a lot of his regular tics, but he also shreds some others to come up with something unique on his resume here with Knock at the Cabin. He is a director that literally, no matter how many times he lets me down, I will always be at the theater for his movies because of unforgettable experiences that he gave me with movies like Unbreakable, Signs, and of course, The Sixth Sense. I will say that this movie is his best since The Village. So if you've also been waiting around like me for M. Night to kind of return to form and do his thing again, then I highly recommend that you check out Knock at the Cabin. It is a must-see for any Shyamalan fan, and please see it on the big screen. It's a recommend for me. My score out of 100 for Knock at the Cabin is an 83. What did you think of Knock at the Cabin? Are you going to see it? Do you agree with me? Let me know down in the comments, and please subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys next time in the garage.